and that's actually my business partner, Tracy Fisher, here. And we're the ones that hosted the show here at Firehorse, and we just want to thank you guys and all the models and all the artists that stepped up and took on this project with us. So I just want to introduce one of my very close friends, Shameen Arfusar. And she inspired the show, and we were just, you know, over drinks, I guess, and life. Always. We kind of came up with this show that she had participated in back in, I guess, what, March in Irvine, at UC Irvine. And it's just, I think this is just one way that Firehorse can give back to our community. So I want to introduce Shameen. Oh.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shameen. I have this fabulous long letter. For those of you who don't know, I didn't create this show. There's this fabulous woman, Dr. Hazley, who created this show. And I was going to read it, and I've decided I'm not going to read it because that's how I speak. And I've gotten a couple of the models and a couple of the artists who participated in this show to come up and say a few words, and then I'll close with you guys. So first up, I'd like to invite Kelsey to come up here.
Hi. Hi. Thanks for coming. So I participated as a model for artist Marco Cochon, who couldn't be here tonight. But he's a sculptor, and so the beginning of the process was to find a pose to sculpt, and it was really nerve-wracking because you have someone standing there looking at you like, well, what's your pose? What are you going to do? And it's like someone's looking at you like, who are you? Like, how are you going to represent yourself? And that's been a big difficulty for me my whole as a survivor of sexual abuse, because on the one hand I want to hide this part of myself and hide the fact that this happened from everyone, and at the same time I want to tell everyone I know. I want everyone to know because it's an integral part of who I am and why I am the way I am. So do I want to express anger? Do I want to express joy? What do I want to be? So I was able to move through all of these different feelings. I got a sword and a dummy, and I was just like hitting it and going at it, and it was actually a really cathartic experience. And like an animal in the wild who's been attacked. If you ever see an animal like in the wild, after they go through a violent experience, they start shaking and letting it all out of their nervous system. And so afterwards, it was being videotaped, and I was able to watch it. We watched the video together to find the pose, and I saw myself after attacking the pillow. He was like, get it out, get weird, get your rage out. And so I did, and then I saw myself just slowly start to dance and shake and let it out. And so it was powerful to watch myself. And then we chose a pose, which was powerful. I have the sword, and I'm going like this on one foot, so it'll be ready in a year. Come back next year to the next show, and we'll be here. But the point is that like this whole experience, just even like stepping up here and speaking right now, and like how did I get here? You know, this is part of it, is sharing this story as a part that I've been suppressing for so long. Really stepping into the light and saying, yes, I'm a human being, and yes, I'm a survivor of rape. Yeah, even saying that word gives me the chills. It's taboo in our society, and that's not all of who I am. I am a human being who, sorry, I just like want to be seen and accepted and loved for all of who I am. So thanks.
Next, I'm bringing up an artist and a model who work together. All of the artists and the models created these very, very special bonds, and you guys are just here and seeing the culmination of it. I've been able to talk to them and see, and there's something so special that happened between these two, and I'm just completely at awe and in honor of you guys and the magic that you guys created and the empowerment that came from it. So I'd like to introduce Albert and Mitch. Woo!
Well, this is a real testament to the human spirit, to be able to, for all of you and all of us to be able to take a close look at yourselves and ourselves and work through this kind of pain and get through and come out on the other side in a positive way. And it's remarkable and inspiring. So I just want to thank you, Albert, for working with me on this and collaborating.
It was a pretty great experience for me. I hadn't really talked about it at all. It's kind of, definitely is taboo, sexual assault and stuff like that. But and I don't mean to, as a guy trying to be all macho and stuff like that all the time, being a strong person, a lot of people didn't know any things that have happened to me in my past. So they teamed me up with Mitch, and it was really easy. I got along with him super great. He's a wonderful person. He has this great spirit. A lot of the times we were coming up with some of the things we were going to come up with, it was things I've done in the past. I looked in the mirror all the time and told myself I was going to be okay and that I can get through things and stuff like that. So it was a great collaborative effort. I'm kind of getting tongue-tied because I don't want to cry. So it was just a wonderful experience, and I think I made a lifelong friend. So.
Yay. Well, that was the interesting thing about this piece is that there was some serious serendipity going on, because we had a meeting together and we talked about a lot of things, and I told him I was going to go back and kind of brainstorm and kind of conceptualize, and so I had this idea to have him look in the mirror, having this conversation, this positive conversation with himself, and he was silent on the other end of the phone, and he's like, I can't believe you're saying this right now, because this is something that I already do on a regular basis to help me work through all this. So it was kind of amazing that it just came together like that. Anyway, thank you, Albert.
One last model I'm going to bring up here, because I know when I go to events I hate listening to people talk for too long. But serendipity. This is, for those of you who don't know, I didn't know most of these models. I found them through a listserv that I have. And I was down the street at one of my favorite local spots, Cafe International. Everyone know that place? Yeah. And I was talking to the owner's daughter about the show, and Kate runs over and she's like, I'm in that show. And we met, and today she came in, and when I saw her, she was just glowing. And so I asked her, she's very scared to come up here, but I asked her to come up and say a few words. So I'd like to introduce Kate.
So Sky was my artist. She's amazing back there. Thank you.
Just in case you're in a picture.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. So right now I'm getting my master's in integrative health, and I'm from the East Coast, and our mentality out there is really, you have to see it to believe it, and you have to really have the research and the proof and the evidence and everything in order to make sense of what health is, of what, of what healing is, of what all of this process is. But since moving out here about 1.5 years ago, it's been pretty incredible to go through this and see that, we have a room full of people here right now, and we all believe in this, and we're all here, and we all have the faith that things can improve and get better, and we're all working together. And so this is exactly what that process was for me. And so just to be reconnected with the world and see, an entire room of strangers who are standing here supporting me going through this is really amazing. And so I thank you, I thank Lita, I thank Sky, and everybody else who's here right now. And I just hope that we all can keep moving forward and just keep thinking positively for a better future. Thank you.
everyone in here, which I think means I've finally thrown a really cool event because I don't know who half the people are in here. But for those who do know me or don't know me, I have a nonprofit that I've been running for the past 5 years. And I, too, was sexually assaulted when I was 17 by a serial rapist. And when that happened, I wanted something that could empower women, that could empower men, could empower anyone who had been through what they had been through. And I've been searching and researching. I just got my master's and looking for this way to empower people because nobody wants to go to an event about sexual assault. It's just not fun, right? It's like a downer, it sucks. And through my networks, I was invited to be a model for this show down at UC Irvine. And when I chose to participate in it, my part of me I'm a public speaker, great, I'm gonna help them out. I'm flying down, I'm gonna be a model for the show, I'm gonna do this. And it wasn't until I got up there and spoke and saw my piece that I just really realized how transformative this process can be. And I immediately knew it had to be in San Francisco. I had to have it up here, and I had to have it with, you know, amazing artists, and I had to reach out outside of my network and get people involved. And Lita, bless her soul, where is she? Lita. You know, Lita has always been a champion of me, and when I brought it to her, she jumped on board automatically, like no questions asked. And before you, like, I stand with where I'm taking sexual assault awareness and prevention. This is where it's going. It's not about, you know, being shameful. It's not about being hidden. It's not about hiding. It's not about anger. It's not about revenge. It's about being empowered and finding our love and our compassion and stepping into our light. So I thank you all so much for being here. It means the world to me, and I like to bring Dawn back up.
So I am the money girl. I get to ask for money, and I have to say that normally, you know, I feel a little bit uncomfortable asking for money, but when you hear these stories and you hear, you know, how touching it is, and we're all here tonight, and it's healing a part of the world, and it's healing abuse. And I appreciate, and we all appreciate you all for being here tonight. And I'd like to give a big round of applause for one to Shameen for bringing this together, for Lita for hosting this at her place, for all of the artists and all of the models who are here, for all of the volunteers, for all the donations we received, for all of you for being here tonight. So let's give them a round of applause. To donate tonight. We have amazing raffle prizes that have been donated by people. We've got a couple of $100 certificates for Harris Restaurant. We've got some to the Sir Francis Drake Hotel for a 2-night stay. We've got some Harry Denton $100 gift certificates. We've got over $5,000 in prizes. Raffle tickets will be up at that table in the front. $2 a piece. Please feel free to buy raffle tickets. If you just want to make a flat-out donation, you can do that up at the front as well. We do take credit cards. Yeah. Visa, MasterCard, all of them. So we take all of that. There's still silent auction items on the mirrors. There's haircuts. My hair was styled by Stacy, which is over at that station over there. And then we have a booze basket in the back, a couple of art that's available for silent auction. So once again, I want to thank you all for your generosity tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being a part of healing our planet. This couldn't come in a better week than the week of 9/11. So my heart to you guys, thank you so very much.